Hey, Thrand here.
Hi, Eldgrim.
Today we're going to go over something that's not real common, you don't see. We want to do axe and shield techniques. And I had a lot of flack about people saying that the bearded axe was upside down. Okay, I know the beard goes down. I like beaked or horned axes where you have the point on both ends. A lot of the later century battle axes or great axes or even the hand axes, if you look them up, the smaller blades we find, went to the point at the top and the bottom, kind of like Ragnar's axe in the Vikings. It has both attributes, and with the actual sharp point, which I don't know why his doesn't quite look like that, but it would be a sharp pointed beard and point to the top, you can do everything with it. Not only can you hook with it, you can thrust with it. It's slightly better if you're hitting flesh with it or something that you can cut with the tip so you don't have the back of the haft or shaft stopping you. But today we're going to work with the beard, so I have the beard down. This is the only real axe I have at the current time. If I had a hand axe or ux that was horned or beaked, I would use that if it had it on both ends, so then we have both attributes through the whole video. But I have a SCA version of this, which we're not saying this is an SCA technique today. We're starting a series. We're going to have a series of all different kinds of axe techniques. We're going to have throws, takedowns, hooking techniques, ones that would just be hooking techniques to injure the guy. Disarm. Today we're going to do a disarm. But the thing I'm trying to explain is none of this is probably feasible in conventional reenactment. Maybe in H.E.M.A, if they allow you to do some disarms or something and you set it up that way, it was all right to disarm the guy and that's a win or whatever, maybe. But if you're actually going out in most practices, if the guy's disarmed or it's a tourney or a duel or something in the SCA, if the guy's disarmed, you have to stop fighting immediately. They're going to call a hold. No steel reenactment if you disarm the guy unless he has a backup weapon. It's pretty dishonorable. It's not something you aim for. You aim for your specific targets. You use the control. You don't hit in certain areas. SCA, you pretty much go all out throwing blows like a maniac and everything that's legal. But just saying, you don't normally aim to disarm the guy. You can, as people know, just to say this in the SCA, so somebody doesn't argue with me. You can hook something if you're in a shield wall and you're all lined up to pull the spear, your polearm or your spear down, and that could get the guy killed in front of you. Yeah, we know that. You can trap a weapon if he can't get it back. He's pulling it. I have it, pull it down on it hard. He can't get it back. So yeah, we know that, but I'm just saying, conventionally, you don't try to disarm the opponent. Today we are doing a disarm. Sorry if I made this intro too long, but we're entering a whole new series of videos, axe and shield, and we will be doing spear and shield and possibly getting to some sword and shield. So, okay, now what we're going to do here is he's going to be attacking on this side to try to get around my shield. Now I guess there's a lot of other useful things you could do, like come in and try to tip the other guy's shield and get around it and so on. But what we're doing is you cut with the line of the shield. So if he tries to cut with his line of his shield, but I do this and pull it that way, I just pulled his sword directly out of his hand. Now he may not do this. What we just saw might not happen, that method. But the reason we're using the Boken, and it's not a Viking sword, we don't have the one Medieval Shop sent us yet because he sent it by ship because it was a little bit cheaper. And we're supposed to have one that's actually a steel reenactment blade that's excellent. That's what I'd rather be doing this with. But I'm using this also because if I accidentally hook his hand, this is going to hurt, but not the same. This is more of an SCA axe copied directly after the wheel.
Having an SCA basket, we've already found
another one, if he tries coming in the same way and I were to do the same thing, but he lets it come around this way, like he drops his arm. Just let your arm go with it. Keep your arm straight and let it go with it. If it comes back around this way, it can still be pulled out. He tried as hard as he could to hold it, but as long as I move with him and pull, and it goes against the thumb properly, it'll come out. That's if it doesn't work on the top. So if he comes down on this technique, you got it here. And he managed to recover his sword, but it's still a very nasty position.
No, it's not good. I'm noticing one thing that happens all the time is that my thumb tends to want to hit the rimming on your shield.
Same move, I pulled and turned that way. That was up high. Let me give him the sword back. Like I said, this may not work every time. It's more of a technique that as he comes in, he lets it come down and around. Sorry, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And I can come right back and throw a blow. He still has a shield though here and can pull an auxiliary weapon. But I mean, you never know. The point is, I believe that with these larger shields, I believe that Roland Warzecha was correct, that the reason you don't see a lot of hand protection are very minimal is they use the line of the shield for their cutting, even with the axe. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with this axe and still have a good hand coverage as you're doing it. I mean, I know you can do stuff like this as well at opportune times and maybe get somebody off guard. Nothing wrong with those type of attacks. But as you see, that was a disarm, and I don't know if you all saw it well enough. Do you think we should do it from the opposite position?
We can always change position, sure.
Yeah. But this is just exploiting the hook. As he's coming in, oh, that was my bad. I've got to do it quickly. He recovered.
Let's try it again.
And I threw his sword way away. But in the whole time you have control of the weapon, I said, sorry, did I hurt your hand?
Oh, I'm fine.
You have control of the weapon, even if something were to go wrong, you're not going to get cut with it. Hopefully. Let's see what happens if he tries to keep it straight out. Not good. He lost his sword. I don't know if y'all can see it because we're kind of close in the thing, but it has to do with me doing the motion and using the shield. So I don't know if you all caught it properly, but we tried our best to demo the technique, and hope you all enjoyed it. We'll be back later.
We'll have some more techniques for you.
Sorry about the non-use of steel weapons, but this is kind of dangerous. I mean, it's like I could really mess his hand up badly, or he'd end up like me and have a nice scar if something went wrong.
I think I got a few to begin with.
Hope you all enjoyed it.